Whether you use it to fry your eggs, melt in baked potatoes, use on popcorn, or simply spread on toast, chances are butter has been part of your life and diet. Or is it margarine? What is the difference between butter and margarine, and is one healthier than the other? Butter, made from cream or milk, has been used for thousands of years, but scientists eventually took notice of its high levels of saturated fat. With more than 35 calories per teaspoon, butter is fattening. When we look at the molecules of butter, we see some of the building blocks of life: carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. But these carbon atoms are completely surrounded by the hydrogen atoms, and this saturation level quickly became associated with and commonly believed to contribute to cardiovascular disease. Margarine, on the other hand, is created primarily from plant oils, which have a similar but different chemical composition. The carbons double bond with each other so that fewer hydrogen can fit, and we call this unsaturated fat. So far, so good. A similar tasting substitute with less saturated fat, right? Not so fast. Unsaturated fat has a lower melting point, and so its natural state is less solid, like vegetable oil. In order to get the consistency of butter, scientists decided to make it a little more saturated. The problem is, through this process called hydrogenation, where more hydrogen is added and the oil becomes more solid, high temperatures are used, which cause some troublesome changes. You see, most of these double bonds are in a configuration known as cis bonds, but hydrogenation often flips them into something called a trans configuration. Ah, the dawn of trans fats. And while it may seem trivial, this simple yet unwitting flip from cis to trans leads to significant changes in the way our body processes and metabolizes the molecules. Essentially, trans